Okay, so my greetings to all. So today I will talk about the fifth and the sixth of mental state, while and the differences between the fifth and the sixth mental state. As I mentioned the last time, there are the 9 mental stages you have to achieve before achieving shamatha state. So when you achieve the fifth of the mental state, then you have to overcome the mainly subtle dullness. For the meditator, for the serious practitioner, as I mentioned before, it's very important to understand the dullness and the excitement or the distraction. Dullness is when you are meditating and when the image is not clear, that is a dullness. When you are meditating and when you cannot focus, when you are getting distracted, that what we call is the excitement or distraction. So now there are 2 kind of dullness. One is a general dullness. One is subtle dullness. So when you are meditating and whenever you meditate and when you can meditate without the general dullness, whenever you meditate, the image comes clear always. That means there's a very high possibility that you have reached fifth mental state. But at the state of the fifth mental state, you will face subtle dullness. Subtle dullness is that image will be clear. Clarity will be there, but there might no intense of the clarity. There is clarity, but no intense of the clarity. That means now you are having a subtle dullness. For the meditator, it's a very important to recognize or to realize the subtle dullness. Otherwise, while you are meditating, when you are having the subtle dullness, but if you have not realized that there is a subtle dullness, then you may meditate on that state hours and hours, but you will never achieve shamatha. You will not reach at shamatha state. Now, how we can overcome the dullness? When you are meditating on a Buddha statue, when the image is not very clear, that's called the dullness. When you're meditating and when you cannot see the Buddha's image clearly, when there's no clarity of the image, then what you have to do is that you have to visualize the statue. You have to visualize whatever the image you are meditating. You have to visualize that image, that with the light, or radiating the more white light or the clear light. You have to visualize that radiating the light from that image what you are meditating. You will see the big difference when you visualize the image with the clear light or without the clear light. When you visualize the object or when you visualize any image with the more clear light, you can see or you can feel that less dullness. That is the way how you can overcome the dullness. On the sixth mental state, once you overcome the subtle dullness, then you have reached the sixth of the mental state. At the sixth, when you reach at the sixth of the mental state, it's called that the mental state of the becoming peaceful. When you reach the sixth of the mental state, you can feel very inner peace. Whenever you meditate, you will feel very peaceful. Because right now, when we are meditating, sometimes we might feel peaceful, sometimes we might not. Because sometimes we might not feel peaceful because when we are meditating, sometimes we cannot focus or concentrate properly on the object of meditation. When you reach the sixth of the mental state, it's called the state of the becoming the peaceful, when you reach the sixth of the mental state, whenever you meditate, you will feel very peaceful. You will feel very peaceful, but on other side, you may face subtle distraction. They are the two kind of the distraction. One is a general distraction, general excitement. Other is a subtle distraction or subtle excitement. Subtle distraction is that you can focus, you can concentrate on the object, but one side of the mind thinking something other than the object what you are meditating. Very simple way, subtle distraction means once you cannot focus 100%. I think many of you might have experienced that while you are meditating, still you can focus, maybe like on still when you can focus on your breath. Also, one side of the mind, you can feel or you seize the things other than the object of the what you are meditating. That we call the subtle dullness. That is a bit tricky. Sometimes when you are meditating, you are focusing on the object what you are meditating, but the one side of the mind still thinks or get distracted. That we call the subtle dullness. So when you reach of the sixth of the mental state, you might face the subtle dullness. You will never lose the object what you are meditating, yet you still cannot focus 100% on the object what you are meditating. This subtle dullness is a very tricky. Also, this is the one of the biggest obstacle for the serious meditator. If you want to be the good meditator, you must eliminate or you must abandon the subtle distraction or subtle excitement. They are saying that a lot of the great meditator in the ancient time, they fail to overcome subtle dullness and the subtle excitement. So now we have to know the one thing that how we can overcome excitement, or distraction. First thing is that when you are meditating like a Buddha statue, you have to meditate Buddha statue or apple or whatever things. You have to visualize the Buddha statues, try to visualize or try to feel the heaviness of the Buddha statue. When you are meditating, try to feel or try to visualize the heaviness of the Buddha statue. This is the one thing that it will also helps you a lot to not to get your mind distracted. When you're meditating like a Buddha statue, when you're meditating apple, feel the heaviness. Feel the heaviness. Try to feel the heavy Buddha statue. Visualize the heavy Buddha statue. You will see that then it will help you not to get distracted. And there's some other methods that I have mentioned before. Now, the overcoming the subtle distraction and the overcoming the subtle dullness, that is a bit secret. Traditionally, we will only teach or pass the method when the student face the difficulty of the subtle dullness and the subtle excitement. So any of you, when you reach the fifth or the sixth of the mental state, and when you face difficulty of the subtle dullness and the subtle excitement, and I'm here all the time to pass you the method to overcoming it. So traditionally, we keep the methods to overcoming the subtle dullness and the subtle excitement or subtle distraction. We keep the secret. Because right now, you may find lots of the different informations or the methods to practice the meditation in the Google or in the search engines. But the important thing is that for the passing the message to you, it's very important that it comes from someone's experience. Then it can help you very much. So that's why. So today I mentioned about the fifth and the sixth mental state. The fifth mental state called as a becoming state of the becoming the discipline, and the sixth is the state of the becoming the peaceful. Okay, so today I will stop here, and yeah, then we see you at next time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.